We say goodbye to two major characters. We got a double death in the penultimate episode of Season 1, but in reality, nobody cares. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, here to talk about some Walking Dead Dead City. And as you've seen in Season 1, Episode 5, the penultimate episode, we said goodbye to Amaia. We said goodbye to Tommaso as they both perished down in the sewers, in the zombie attack, in the wasteland. All these zombies sucking the sewers. We thought they were dead, but no, they come alive. They start crawling, they start grabbing, and before we know it, they're taking chunks out of Amaia. They're taking chunks out of Tommaso, and they pretty much just killed them right there, right then. Tommaso basically confesses that he was wrong, but what he did for Amaia while he's bleeding out. He tells Maggie that he is like regretful, but before anything can really happen, before we get anything really meaningful, Tommaso dies. He just, like, 1 minute he's talking to Maggie and the next minute he's not talking to Maggie. He's passed out, he's dead, he's done, he's finished. And this is two big characters, and it might not feel like it, and you might be thinking, look, these are not major characters, these characters don't matter, and that's okay, you can think that, but in reality, if you look at the billing of these characters and the actors, and if you look at the amount of screen time given in The Walking Dead Dead City, these are arguably, at least on the protagonist side, they are definitely the third and fourth biggest characters. So when you put it into like Walking Dead terms, the original series, killing Amaia and killing Tommaso would be the equivalent of killing, let's say, maybe Glenn and Andrea in Season 1. Probably even bigger characters than that, to be honest. That is what we're dealing with here. The third and fourth biggest characters on the protagonist group have died, yet nobody really cares, nobody's upset, and can you blame people? Probably not, because they didn't do a good job of building up Amaia, they didn't do a good job of building up Tommaso, and then when they do die, we're sitting here, we're supposed to care, but we don't care, and I think that is going to be a big downfall of all these Walking Dead spin-offs. They're introducing characters that have been on our screens for like 11 seasons, maybe not in Negan's case, but let's say 11 seasons, okay? We're introducing characters that we've seen for years, and they're bringing them in to new shows with characters that we've never seen before, and it's kind of going to be impossible for these new characters to play catch-up. We're never really going to view these new characters the same as we are these original characters, just because of the massive gap in time difference that we've seen between them. You can't care about Amaia and Tommaso the same way you care about Maggie, because we've seen Maggie for over 10 seasons now, and we barely got to see Amaia and Tommaso, what? If you combine, maybe we've got like half an hour of screen time, and that's enough to make us care. No, we don't care. Plus, Tommaso's death, I thought was really stupid. This guy did kind of betray his group, although he did it for the right reasons, I guess, because he loved Amaia and he wanted to save her. But why not at least give the guy redemption? We've seen later on, after he dies, Maggie gets into a big fight with the King Walker, and I just don't understand. Why didn't they keep Tommaso alive, and he could have maybe sacrificed himself to help Maggie defeat the King Walker, and then at least he goes out redeeming himself, he goes out like a badass, he sacrifices himself to this big walker to help Maggie survive, and he kind of makes up for what he'd done in the first place and putting them in this situation. But of course, they didn't do that. They literally just had them both, Amaia and Tommaso. They got attacked by the walkers, they bled out, and they died. Obviously not seeing eye to eye with Amaia, being really pissed off and not forgiving Tommaso. I thought the death was a bit cheap, guys. Could have done a lot more, could have done a hell of a lot more, but The Walking Dead failed to do it, and I think they're in a situation where these spin-offs just aren't really working, and I predicted it. If you're going to do a spin-off, I think you should start straight from the beginning of the apocalypse. Starting like 20 years in isn't doing anybody any favours. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, been Fog Entertainment. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We will be reviewing The Walking Dead Dead City, the finale, tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that one. I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'm kind of interested as well to see what they do in the finale. So we'll see. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then I'll tell you here about it first. Till next time, peace.